Now, in 1866, the first ever transatlantic transmission took place connecting the telegraph station in Kerry's Valentia Island to Heart's Content in Newfoundland. To commemorate this anniversary, the Kerry Amateur Radio Group held an open day in the cable station on Valentia Island, where visitors, young and old, were encouraged to make contact with other amateur radio fans across the seas. Evelyn O'Rourke was at the station that day for Seascapes, and she discovered that making contact the old-fashioned way demands a lot of patience and close listening.
On a dry and blustery day on Valentia Island a few weeks ago, a group of amateur radio fans gathered together to celebrate this all-important anniversary.
We have some kids in the shack here with us. Would you mind making a contact with some of our younger members over?
They'd invited me along to see the group's work in action, and the plan for the day was to try to make contact to re-establish that original connection from Valentia Island to Heart's Content in Newfoundland. In Kerry, they were working hard to make that connection happen.
Hello Barry, this is Declan here from the cable station in Valentia. So we're still trying to make contact with you. We're trying our best. We've tried a few different frequencies, but we'll keep trying. We've been on 14.1.
And they're involving visitors to join in the fun.
Can you say Oscar Echo 6 Zulu?
Oscar Echo 60.
So that's us. Echo India 88 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. And this guy here, he's Oscar Echo 6 Zulu, right? So
that's his name, and that's
name.
your name for
that's
this.
His name, and that's our name. So just call his name first. Can you do that?
Oscar Echo 6 Zulu. Oscar Echo 6 Zulu. Echo India 88 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey.
Brilliant job. While Declan was showing the ropes to the younger visitors, I got a chance to speak to Tom O'Sullivan.
We're standing in the old cable station building. We're very close to Knightstown, to the left, looking out onto Valentia Sound, which was the terminal for the cable from Heart's Content in Newfoundland to Ireland 51 years ago.
And why are you here? What keeps you so interested?
It's historical. It's a commemoration of progress of communications in the last 150 years.
Meanwhile, Declan was still trying to make contact with Heart's Content in Newfoundland.
If propagation improves, hopefully we can make the contact with Heart's Content today. So
Declan's been busy here this afternoon, but you're going to keep trying to get through to Heart's Content. That's the main job today.
That's the main job, yeah. We're going to keep trying anyway. The guys over at their side, so we'll keep trying from both sides, and hopefully we can make the contact.
They did it 150 years ago, you know.
They did it, but they had a wire between them, so unfortunately we don't have a wire between us anymore, so we have to go the hard route by radio waves. So.
And what's the idea behind this gathering today then? You know, what's the thinking behind it?
Transatlantic Cable, I suppose, is very historic, and what we're doing today is trying to make the link by wireless radio. I suppose just to commemorate the event.
It's led to this bid as well.
UNESCO World Heritage status for Valentia Island due to the historical significance of the communications from the island. There's been 3 cable stations here, this one being the original and one in Ballinskelligs and Waterville as well, which came later on. It's quite important. We've started with the last 2 years now, I suppose, trying to commemorate this, and we come down here each year and try and link up with our friends in Heart's Content in Newfoundland.
And why that connection with Newfoundland? You're just trying to recreate that sense of the endeavour so many years ago?
The endeavour, I suppose. It all started last year. The 150th anniversary was a big occasion, and there was a huge occasion here on Valentia, but also at the other side. They asked if we could do a wireless radio link-up to commemorate it and have people from Valentia side make the link-up. So we became friends with them last year, and so we've been keeping in touch and trying to do the link-up every other year now from now on. And we've gotten great support from Anthony O'Connell here, who's involved with the Valentia Development Group here, and he's given us access to the cable station and is very supportive of promoting the event, and our radio group as well in making our contact with the guys in Heart's Content.
Tell me then more about the radio group as such. I mean, are you all based here on the island, or do you come from all around?
We come from all areas, I suppose. We're all originally from County Kerry, come from all walks of life. Billy there is from Castle Island. He's a retired fireman. I'm a manufacturing engineer with a medical device company. One of the other guys here, he's a retired from the Irish Aviation Authority. I would put it on a par with maybe someone going out fishing, you know. People go out fishing, you don't know what you're going to get. It's the very same with us. We come here, we set up our antennas and our radio, and depending on propagation and conditions, you know, one day you may not be able to hear anybody. Other days you can hear them very, very loud. We strike up friendships, and it's a hobby. And I guess there's another angle to it where it can be used in emergency communications in times of disaster.
So you might get the call.
You never know, might get the call. Hopefully not.
And that was Declan Horan with Evelyn O'Rourke on Valentia Island. For more information on the group, visit their website, kerryamateurradiogroup.com.